Yizzo. You like that title? Oh, God almighty. Do we have some shit to talk about? And I'll tell you what. And for the fucking jerk off in the chat who's talking about, I was going to send a cash app. You're already 10 minutes late. No, you weren't. And fuck off. Okay. I was actually deliberately late tonight. I didn't even have to be. You know why? Because I figured people were going to watch this Tony Pizza phone call to the end. But I didn't want to wait too fucking long. I mean, what can I say? The part I heard, or parts, he called a so-called black friend. I say that because who knows if he/she is really his friend. Is that a woman, by the way? I don't know. And he's asking for permission, basically. Well, I'll let you hear it, and we'll go on from there. And if anybody wants to send me any clips, please do. I need them. You heard it? Let me see. Yeah, he asked his friend, when can I say the N-word? And his friend said never. But the best part, God almighty, I'm so fucking, at night, bro. Oh my God, it's like a fucking nightmare. The best part was he's like taken aback. He's like, that really offends you? Yeah, Tony Pizza, I'm going to tell you something that might shock you. Black people don't like white people using the N-word. It doesn't matter, stupid ass, if you're calling white people that. It doesn't matter. Your friend on the phone was right, kind of. Your friend said, just call him a cracker or something. He/she is on the right track. Okay? Because the bottom line is, why use that word ever? Why use that word ever? And let's be honest, Pizza, you're never talking about white people when you say that. You are not. You're always describing black people when you say that. That's who you're targeting, okay? When you use that word. Don't try to lie to your fucking friend. You don't walk around, you call white people all types of shit, not that. But black people, that's the one word you always call them. That's what makes it racist. Unbelievable, man. I heard I got him triggered. He's over there flipping out, huh? He called up Josie. Well, Josie doesn't give a fuck. Josie, as long as she likes you, you can call her an N-word all fucking day. She don't mind. She'll fucking sell out. She don't care. What are you going to call next? Marla? I'm sure she'll be fine with it. Who said that? He talked to a man at first and then a woman. Okay, all right, yeah, because I knew the first one sounded like a man. Pizza's racist, clearly. Of course he is. Everything he emanates is racist as fuck. Yep. The fact he even has to ask that question blows my mind. Yeah. I mean, it's his reaction that's extraordinary. Listen. You guys, please donate tonight. I'd appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
Friends in this world, and you are black, right? I am black. Who's his friends in this world, and you?
It's one of his closest friends in this world. Sure, it is.
You are black, right? I am black. Yeah, okay. I mean, so do you, as long as you don't call me, how you guys say it's a movie?
I don't know how well you can hear it, but the guy just said, as long as you don't call me he didn't know how to say the word Moulignan. He said you were a wannabe white boy Rick. He's an idiot. Nah, white boy Rick, nah. No, white boy Rick, nah. I wouldn't have minded getting that money, but white boy Rick's story is pretty fucked up. I wouldn't want to have lived that life.
Who's his friends in this world, and you are black, right? I am black. Yeah, okay. I mean, so do you, as long as you don't call me, how you guys say it's a movie? A movie? call you a mooly, bro. But you know what I mean? Like, but if you watch my show and you see me saying nigga this and nigga that, I mean, does that offend you? That would. It would? I don't think, yes, I wouldn't expect it.
Yeah, his friend is like, yeah, that would. Of course it would. Of course it would, Tony Pizza, you douchebag. And he's like, it would? Listen.
Well, but what if I'm talking about white people? I'm not talking about black people. Yeah, but then talk about
Call them crackers.
Well, I say the N word because it offends them, but I'm calling you out of the blue, so everybody knows this ain't a call that choreographed. But you know what I mean? Like, I love you like a brother. And
a choreographed phone call? Well, we just found out about another word Tony Pizza doesn't know how to use. Choreographed phone call. You sure that's the word you were looking for, Tony? You fucking dummy. Let's see.
I got you and a whole bunch of other friends from Manhattan that that are black. You don't need to use that word. No, I know I don't. And
his friend said you don't need to use that word though. Oh no, I know I don't. I know I don't. But why do you then?
No, if you want to describe white people, describe them. Use other terminology the same way how they like calling us basketball. People with basketball boys now.
He said they like calling black people basketball boys now or something. Who does that? Who refers to black people as basketball, not boys, but Americans? Who is that again? Oh, MRE. Yeah, that's right. Guess he's ahead of his time.
That's the terminology that they get away with on social media.
Wait a minute, that was it?
She's friends in this world. People with basketball boys.
Oh, damn. I thought it was longer than that. That's all I have. I need more clips if you want me to play more. Unless you give me a timestamp and send me the link, we could do it that way. But, yeah, he's calling black people, asking them if he can use the N-word. And there are black people who will say it's okay, but, it's not your average black person. They don't like that for good reason. That word has a pretty dark history behind it, Of course, Tony Pizza, it's like, for him to even have the balls to ask that and then be surprised, like, that would really offend you? Meanwhile, Tony Pizza's offended by everything. By everything. It doesn't matter. You can just call him fuckface and he'll go off on a mad tear. But he can't believe black people don't like hearing the N-word from white people. He's shocked. Baller, I don't know about you anymore. I think you're a Fed. I do. I think you're a Fed. You keep disappearing on us. I don't know what's up with you. I don't know. I got a bad feeling, baller. All right, let me see. Hello, everyone. Please send up prayers and good wishes to my former hometown of Los Angeles, which is burning to the ground. It is apocalyptic and 0% contained. Homes have burned down all over. I saw, Gilded Age, a video on TikTok of two guys in a house. And the house was surrounded by fire. Surrounded. And of course, wind is blowing and shit. So I don't know how I'm sure the house eventually caught fire, but on the video it didn't. And you could see them spraying from above. You could hear the water pouring into the house and shit. But unbelievable, man. I feel terrible for those people. I do. It's horrible. Fucking horrible. Oh, do you, Bola? Perfect example of racism and ignorance going hand in hand. Yeah, and then he talked to let's hear the next one. He talked to is this a black woman? I don't know. Let me see.
I'll give you a quick rundown. 3 years ago,
now he claims to know these people, I think, right? Know them pretty well. Well, he's like explaining his life story to this woman. And of course he's lying. He's lying. Listen.
I'll give you a quick rundown. 3 years ago, I was filmed on Netflix from an ex-girlfriend of mine from the neighborhood that ran and owned a vegan restaurant down the road from the Gramercy Park Hotel on the other side of.
What's that? The ex-girlfriend? Was she was black?
No, she was white.
Okay.
But anyway, I ended up on Netflix.
You ain't got to tell me, Vincent. I know.
The Gramercy Park Hotel closed down because of COVID. And the whole neighborhood shut down. A lot of people left the city. And I was on, I had to leave. I had to leave the city because there was no money. There was no people. There was nobody walking around. It was like God was snapping his finger. Everybody disappeared, right? I didn't watch the Avengers. But, so long story short, I came in contact with an old friend of mine who was the underboss for the Gambino crime family, Sammy the Bald-Sicilian. He found me on Facebook and got in touch with me, tagged me on his first podcast. And me and him started talking every day. And I didn't tell him I was homeless. You know what I mean? I just fucking talked to him like a friend. And he figured out I was homeless on his own and sent me money when he figured out I was homeless. He wanted to help me. So, being that he turned into a stool pigeon, and
I wonder how he figured it out, Tony. Because when you friend requested him on Facebook, all of your pictures were of you and your dog laying on the street. Gee, I wonder how Sammy put that together. Sammy's not exactly a high IQ individual, but I think it's pretty easy to figure out. For fuck's sake. He is Vincent Adams. I like Vinny Adams. You should change it to Vinny Adams. He said, oh, I read that one. Let me go back down here. Oh, I want to read the one about Quivers. Where's that? Where's the Quivers comment? Pizza, you should play that video you made for Josie to your so-called friends. Oh, yeah. The video, there's tons of them. And they're on Josie's channel. Bobby Barbarian Pizza said that offered the caller to be his Robin Quivers co-host when he figures out StreamYard. Is that what he said? He wanted the black woman to be his Robin Quivers? Only I have a Robin Quivers. Okay? And she is black. And her name is Miss Can't Be Wrong. Okay? That's it. That's all there is to it. Yes, he is an arch now. He is the one of them. Joey, you got Joey Dimes, you got Sungrown, Jim Martin. Would that offend you? Yeah, he was so hoping, because in his mind is so warped and twisted and fucking just he's so off. He's so mentally ill that he thought he was going to call this friend, and the friend was going to be like, yeah, I don't mind if you use the N-word. But which, by the way, Tony Pizza, even if he would have said that, that's one guy. It's just like Josie. Josie, if he called Josie, Josie probably said, yeah, use it. Doesn't offend me. Doesn't. She thinks she's white. Why would it offend her? You know what I mean? That's one person, or even a small group of people. That doesn't, they don't speak for the entire race, Even if 1 or 2 or 10 or 50 people said, nah, Tony Pizza, it doesn't bother us. Tony, I'll tell you what you do since you're such a tough guy. Go to the hood somewhere, walk up to a black guy, and I say the hood because, I want you to say it to a certain type of person. Walk up to them and say, I think you're, and then that's it. Let's see what happens. See how they feel about it. Or just walk up to them and say, hey, how would you feel if I called you a... And then see what happens. That's all. Very simple, Tony. Stop calling people. Just go out and try it. You know why he won't do that? Because he knows it bothers them. Of course he does. He's a fucking dope. He's so stupid. He's going to sit here and act like, he's convinced and he's going to convince us that black people don't mind that shit. Okay. I've been around black people my entire, I want to say adult life, but even before that. Okay. Nothing but for the most part. And yeah, I never have to ask that question whether it bothers them or not. Never. But you know what? I never used it. I don't feel the need to. I never did I have to say, hey guys, how would you feel if I used the word? And guess what? They probably wouldn't even be bothered by me because we've been friends for so long and they don't even see me as white. But I still wouldn't do it. It's just not my word to use. That's all. And I know it's crazy. Like, oh, you mean there's one word that only one race can use? And yes, that's what I mean. Yes, that's the way it is. It's long established. That's the rule. You can use it if you want, but you'll be ruined. You'll either be, say you use it to a person, you know, you direct it at a person, you call them that or something, you might get really badly hurt. Or if you do it on social media, your life might be ruined. You could lose your job. You could lose everything. You know, it's just, yeah, just to get the word out of your fucking vocabulary. Okay. He's been this way since day one. He showed up on since day one he showed up on YouTube. Yeah, he has. You know, see this new mouse? Watch. Oh, you can't really see, but it keeps changing colors. Just changes colors. The only problem is this. You hear that click? Yeah. You couldn't hear my other one. It's a silent mouse. This one is a noisy mouse. Praying for you people in Southern California. You people? You should just, oh, yeah. Well, I don't have the link or anything, so. Figured out I was homeless by the look or the stench. For years, they couldn't figure out I was homeless. I heard that I don't have it all, guys. I wish I had more clips, but I heard that he referred to Sarma as his ex and stuff like that. I don't know. I mean, there's a part of me that wishes I had the link and the timestamp where the phone calls started, but I mean, I don't know. I guess if not, fuck it. All right. All right, cool. Your number. Where would I get that? Pizza's a nervous wreck, bro. Is he? Yes, he is. AJ, did you see his hand shaking? Why? What's going on? Pizza's been racist to you, bro, for a long time, bro. No, I know. But why do you think like, if you're talking about him calling me that and shit, why do you think that is? It's because of where I'm from. It's because of my circle of friends. It's because of how I speak, how I dress, my choice of music, you know, stuff like that. So he wouldn't call, say, I don't know, Johnny Mac that. Pizza's been threatening to murder you all day, bro. What? No, I know. Vinny Adams. What the fuck am I doing? Pizza goes to the hood and uses the N-word. I'll finally admit he's YouTube gold. He's being as he's being hooked up to his ventilator. Oh yeah, I'll give it to him. Yeah. You're YouTube gold and now you're dead. Joe Bag of Donuts. Hello, people. Joe Bag of Donuts, I got a question because we were talking about cabinet picks the other day. On the next politics show, I'm going to ask you what you think about Linda McMahon running the Department of Education. Don't worry, I'm sure you'll have no problem with it. You played FBS already. We heard it. About Sarma. Oh, see, I didn't even catch it. I just drift off. It's hard listening to him. It really is. 44 minutes in. All right.
I mean, like, you know, I want everybody to hear. Yeah, I mean, like, you are one of my closest friends in this world, and you are black, right? Yeah, I'm black. Yeah, okay. I mean, so do you? As long as you don't call me, you know, how you guys say it, the Mulian? A Muli? Yeah, no, I would never call you a Muli, bro. But you know what I mean? Like, but
oh, he's nervous about the cops and shit? Yeah, he probably should be. And that thumbnail he uses, like, I don't mind that picture being out there. It's been out there forever, but just to get him, you guys, everybody swears to hate Tony Pizza, want to have his channel taken down. Anywhere you see that picture of me all bloody with Sessa, strike it, report it for graphic violence or whatever the fuck the choices are. You know what I mean? Violent or repulsive content, whatever. Just strike that shit. You know what I mean? I don't care if you do it with anybody else, but with him, it'll help get his channel taken down. And isn't that the goal? I think so. Well, I don't know what this is, and I ain't clicking on it. Pizza's showing how much of a coward he is. So that's what you're saying, right? He's nervous because of the cops. Yeah, I mean, like I said, if I was a different guy, you know what I mean? It would take me no time at all because that detective told me that if any of this type of shit happens to let him know. These threats that Tony makes and stuff, but, I don't know. I'd have to be motivated to do so. It's just not really my thing. I don't know. Fuck off, Ball. Stop making fun of my mouse. When Jimmy Carter started the DOE, we were number one in education. Now we're not even in the top 10. So definitely the wrestling person who's embroiled in a child sex scandal. Yeah, definitely the right choice, without a doubt. Somebody who has no history of working in education, no degree in education, no knowledge of education. Gotcha. See, I told you. He has no friends. No. Notice how he admits to being black, but not being his closest friend in this world. Well, let me get to it. No, his hands were shaking when he was speaking to that black chick. Oh, okay. Gotcha. FBI Shishama more embarrassed by what she went through or being associated with pizza? Being associated with pizza. As listening to me and the lady? Okay. Regarding police involvement, he knows your shit. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm not going to tell the police. I'm telling you, I don't. Tony's been threatening me for 3.5 years. If anything, I'll go see him. I'll beat the living shit out of him and finally teach him a fucking lesson. But I ain't calling the police. Oh, fuck that. Even though it'd be so easy, I would be a mob tube fucking hero because you'd finally see him get locked up. Nobody can deny that all those things he said in that half-hour video, that is serious stuff. The shit he's saying. Even though we know it's ridiculous coming from him, the cops don't. So the police hear something like that, he is going to fucking jail. There's no question. Or if the feds hear about it, he's definitely going to jail. But it's just like, I fucked with him last time. I kept saying I was going to send, when he said he was going to drive his, RV full of explosives through my house, and I kept saying I'm going to tell the that's all I have to do. As soon as I started saying I'm sorry, I said I was going to send it to the detective he called. As soon as I started saying that, he started backtracking. I didn't threaten FBI. What are you talking about? I never threatened them. He took the show down and shit. Yeah. So he gets scared when you mention the cops. That's all you have to do. You don't have to actually call them. Trust me, I've done this to him over years now, time after time. You just tell him you're going to call the cops. He gets shook. Yeah, I don't know what that means, AJ. Yeah, he'll go to jail. All right, let's listen. Because this is the show itself.
But, if you watch my show and you see me saying nigga this and nigga that, I mean, does that offend you?
That would.
It would?
Yes, I wouldn't expect you to come here because you shouldn't.
Well, but what if I'm talking about white people? I'm not talking about black people.
Yeah, but then call them cracker.
Well, I say the N-word because it offends them, but I'm calling you out of the blue, so everybody.
Who does it offend, Tony? Tony has this overactive imagination where, like, I guess me, because when he says them, he means me. Why would it offend me? I mean, I don't like it. But I mean, I don't know. What can I say? You're calling me that? Well, what would I give a fuck? Why would that bother me in any way, shape, or form? I don't care. You know what I mean? It primarily bothers black people. Do I like hearing it? No. Does it bother me because I have a lot of black friends? I mean, I won't even say it bothers me. I don't like it. That's it, period. And I don't do it. But you're not bothering me. You're not offending me. I don't give a fuck, Tony. You say a lot worse shit than that directly about me, my family and stuff. So, I mean, this is his imagination again. Like, oh, I'm really getting under FBS's skin. What do I fucking care? What do I care? I could call a bunch of black people right now. You know what they'll say? They'll say, it don't bother us, but if we run into them, we'll tear them limb from limb. Who? Oh, that's you? I know who that is already. Yeah, you didn't even have to tell me who it was. I saw the yo-yo. Let me see. He is a punk's punk. He is.
So everybody knows this ain't a call that's choreographed. But you know what I mean? Like, you know, I love you like a brother, and I got you and a whole bunch of
I love you like a brother. He's an asshole.
other friends from Manhattan that, you know, that are black.
You don't need to use that word though.
No, I know I don't. And you know, and my
See how nervous he gets? You see how nervous? Now, what does that tell you? He would never in his motherfucking life say that to somebody's face. Never. He said it over the phone as soon as the guy started pushing back. Oh, no, I only call it white people. You know what I mean? He shook.
When you describe white people, describe them, use
He spoke like
other
this.
terminology. The same way how they like calling us basketball. They call us basketball boys now. That's the new terminology that they get away with on social media. So yeah, you shouldn't use that.
Yeah, no,
If I did see it, yeah,
You say, yeah, you can't use that.
be offended.
yeah. Well, I'm saying, like, you know, I'm calling you out of the blue just to find out because it's been on my mind whether you know, because a couple times that I do go off on this white guy who thinks he's black. You know, I say it just to pick.
Peace, I in no way, shape, or form think I'm black. That's such a goofy thing that you actually think that. It's, you know, even the way I speak, like I went out of my way all those years. You can ask him and all of them. My whole fucking, you know, since I was 15, 16 years old, I was around nothing but black people. You know, I lived in the hood till fucking 2019. And I never even spoke that with that hood accent and shit. I went out of my way not to, because I don't want to sound like that. You know what I mean? Me personally, you know, you sound ignorant. You sound like an asshole. You try to get jobs and shit. They listen to you talk like that. You know, especially if you're white. So not only do I not think I'm black, I do nothing that would even lead anybody to believe that, other than the fact that I was a hip hop DJ. And well, okay, I guess there's a lot of things if you want to think that would make you think that, but trust me, it ain't true. Yeah, I know, Jordan Canada, funny, right?
To piss him off and all his fucking self-hating white people, you know. But you know,
I love myself and all my white friends in here, and I love my black friends too. Believe that.
what?
Like, call him what he is. You don't have to use that. You don't have to use that word to like get your point across.
No, I hear you, bro. I hear you. But you know, like I said, you know what I'm saying. I love you, and I would never disrespect you or any of our friends. You know what I mean? And you know, I know I have my friend Corey, the doorman from 270. You know, I know he watches me, and you know, I always ask him, I hope I'm not. He goes, nah. He goes, I know you, bro.
There's a race is always on his mind. First of all, he's never considering anybody else's feelings. What he's doing is all day he's racking his brain trying to figure out how he can prove that he has black friends. So, but when he thinks about people, he thinks of them in terms of you know, their race. You know, so that's not how ordinary people think about it. My friends are my friends. I got white friends and black friends. I don't think, oh, this one's my white friend, but that one's my black friend. It's same. I don't know. It's the same thing to me. So goofy.
You, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you know.
Yes, Steve Steak
That
Charlie.
word like that.
That's what he's asking him. Yeah. He's confusing growing up in the hood and hip hop culture with wanting to be black. He's a moron. Yeah, exactly. I mean, everyone not for nothing, but I just saw the Wyatt dude in Pete's chat telling someone he was looking for friends on here. I didn't hang long enough to see any more. So just saying, Wyatt Earp? We're looking for friends in Pete's chat? The girl put him in his place. He acted like the fool he is. All right, well, we'll hear that. Guys, donate, though. Do me a favor, because I don't want to do a long show tonight, because I don't want to do a long show tonight. Yeah, baller, exactly. Pete's is a racist, lying, low-life scumbag. The co-host and his ex-girlfriend comments are made when he's talking to the lady. He said he is more educated than you, FBS. Yeah, you could tell by the way we speak and stuff. Are Tony's black friends the 13 people I'm already brought on? Probably. Here we go.
He watches me, and I always ask him, I hope I'm not. He goes, nah. He goes, I know you, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it's just that you can't use that word like that. You know what I mean? You can't use that word ever. Yeah. I respect that, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah. No,
I like this guy. This guy's got self-respect. You know what I mean? I like it.
If I would have seen that, I would have probably not answered your call. If I would have seen that before. Okay. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And anybody else that would have seen that would not have answered your call. Okay. So if you want to speak to somebody, whether it's a white person, especially if it's a white person, you want to call them some derogatory term, then, it's cracker, honky, right. Right. Well, I call them wiggies, Yeah. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I
mean, like. So stupid. Oh, my God. This is what Real Talk was saying. I mean, oh, my God. Wigger is a play on the N-word. You're replacing the N with a W. And you're calling somebody a white. Okay? And why are you doing that? Because what'd you just say to the guy? You think I'm a white guy who wants to be black. So you're still using the N-word. Do you realize that, fuckface? White N-word. And you only call people that if you feel they want to be black. So again, you're directing it at black fucking people. Holy shit. No, would I be offended? No, I would just think you're an asshole. Gary Pavlik, what's up? You a troll or what? Oh shit, I lost it. What happened?
I mean, like I said, I fly off the handle. What? Yeah, I told you, I'm live right now. I wanted everybody to hear that, I do have black friends, and that, like I'm not a racist. You know what I mean? Like, and I respect your opinion, and I'm glad I did this.
See, and this is what I've always told people. Remember, for like people like Angel and stuff out there, having black friends does not mean you are not racist. I don't know many racists who don't have black friends. Okay? You'll always hear racist people use phrases like, he's one of the good ones. Okay? So, yeah, they could hate the race overall, but find one or two people in it that they find acceptable, that they'll be friends with. That's what every racist does. Every motherfucker I've ever known that's super racist has said at one time or another, but I have black friends. And this is proof. We could all agree Tony Pete's is racist, right? Okay. And he has a black friend? Okay.
Because it did bother me a few times after we got reunited on the phone a few months ago. I thought about it. I said, wow, if this guy's watching my show, I wonder if he's getting mad at me, Yeah, I'm happy I'm not watching your show, because if I was, I would have, you would have been 86. Yeah. I would have told Rob not to fuck with you, too. I haven't heard from Rob. Yeah. I haven't heard from him. Tell that prick I'm mad at him.
I would have told Rob not to fuck with you too. See? I like this guy.
Yeah, I'll let him know.
Yeah, tell me. You gave my number. You gave my number, and he doesn't call me. He doesn't say hello, nothing.
I didn't give him your number, though.
Oh, you didn't?
Nah, I didn't give him your number.
Oh, okay. Then forget. I'm not mad at him then. I thought you did.
I told him I was going to send him your number. It just never happened.
Oh, okay. All right. So it's your fault, Rick. Yeah. So, how's everything? How's everything going?
Good. Everything's good.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
You know, I just wanted to, let everybody hear, because this guy keeps bashing me, saying I have no friends, that I was just a bum on a corner. I never knew anybody. You know what I mean? Like, this guy's from Pennsylvania, 46 years old, learning how to use a skateboard at 46 years old. Living in some retard's house, huh? Yeah. Living in a retard's house, putting me down because I started a channel from a corner with a backpack and a cell phone.
I'm not trying to go viral on your podcast, so
I hear.
That's a smart motherfucker right there. You see? See, Tony Pizza, you asshole. Your friends don't even like you. See? Because he knows the kind of language Pizza's using. He said, I'm not trying to go viral on your podcast. Yeah. And you hear he ain't saying shit while Tony's insulted me and all that. And by the way, I learned to use a skateboard when I was a little kid. I competed in skateboarding contests. Anyway.
So,
I hear you. All right. No, I just wanted to explain to you.
cool.
Yeah.
Hit me up another time, though.
All right, brother. I love you. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
All right, be good.
Ciao. All right. Bye. So, was that good, guys? That was right out of a black guy's mouth that I'm very close to. And I'm glad I have.
Guys, did anybody hear that black guy say he's close to Tony Pizza? He never said that at any point. Oh, Sarma, we love you too. We do. You remember when you emailed me that time? That was funny, right, Sarma?
That conversation with him. Muggsy, come I know Z.
Yeah, you're right,
What's going
Jordan.
on, guys? Did you guys come to donate tonight? We're almost at $200 marker.
Marker?
We're $3 away from $200. Look.
So guarantee
His
it.
blowjob.
Guarantee it, Rob. He ain't answering the phone for pizza anymore. Guarantee it. Nah, he's not his friend. Yep, yeah, even his friend. He just got clowned and he's like, "See, guys, look at that. The guy said he was close to me." No, he did not. At any point in that phone call, he did not. He did not say that. You said you were close to him and he just sat there.
And his blowjob sidekick, his cunt smells wrong. They always overlook the circumstances of the real situation. The situation that is created by their own people.
You got that from me. I say situation, motherfucker.
And they're in denial, and they're definitely unaccountable for everything that they do. Because they're Democrats.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my fucking God.
That didn't backfire, Ozzy.
Tony, you're the most Democrat of all Democrats. You just don't realize it.
He was being honest with me. He would 86. He would 86 me if he saw it. He wouldn't answer my phone calls no more. And that would suck. And I said,
Soto, $30 for what you put up with to entertain. Thank you, brother. Thank you for recognizing that. He said, thanks, bro. Thank you, man. Yeah. I put up with a good bit, don't I? I certainly do. Thank you for that.
Since I got reunited with him, and he's on my Facebook, and
It did.
we've been talking. If he was to pop on my show and see me going off, I don't want to disrespect my friends. I mean, that's how he personally feels. You know, he's about the same age as.
Okay, so you won't use the word anymore, right? That'd be the only way not to disrespect your friend, or you just won't use it if you think he's listening. So don't use the word anymore, Pizza. There you go. Problem solved.
Fat boy. So you know what I mean,
Fat boy.
and I would suggest that he's not a Trump supporter either. So,
Sounds like a great guy to me.
you know what I mean. But that only proves that I can get along with everybody. You understand? It didn't backfire at all. I respect his opinion.
It didn't
Sent
backfire. Because, some of his comments must have said, well, boy, that backfired. Tony, this is why I don't really even have to talk about you, Tony. You humiliate yourself for me. I ain't even got to do shit.
Oh, nice, Muggsy. Nice, Muggs. I appreciate that. Set and match.
All right, let me fast forward to get... Oh,
Together we
shit.
uncover.
You know what I mean? I was filming.
Oh, okay.
I felt about my closest friends when I was out. Yeah, Joe. There you go. Ask her whatever question you want. He's black, and I told her what happened. 2005. He's been my friend since 2005. So, you know what I mean? Like, I don't make up lies. Yo. I'm with my homegirl right now, and she's black, and I told her what happened, and she want to speak to you about it if you're still on live. Yeah, I'm all right. There you go. Ask her whatever question you want.
Donate, please, guys. Thank you.
What's her name?
Hey, you
Hi.
call me Miss T.
Hi, Miss T. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm hanging in there. I wish I was home to meet you in person. Jonas is like a...
Maybe we can figure something out.
Yeah, Jonas is
Miss T. I pity the fool. Sorry.
like a brother from another mother for me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's been one of my closest friends when I was out there on the street in New York, and he helped me out a lot.
I can see that.
So, what's up?
No, I'm just saying, he just gave me a quick report about what you guys were talking about, and, I just spoke on how I felt about the whole situation in itself. And
Well, how do you feel about it?
I mean, overall, I can understand where you're coming from, but then ultimately it's like, who's the one delivering the message is the issue. If it's you delivering a message to somebody that's trying to portray themselves as somebody as African American descent, then that's the problem. So, but
isn't that what I just said? Exactly. He's using it to describe a white person who he thinks wants to be black. Tony, you are YouTube gold, bro. You're so fucking stupid. You just handed me this W tonight. You fucking jackass. Oh my God.
I mean,
I'll put it to you this way. I'll give you a quick rundown. 3 years ago,
this poor woman. Oh my God. This is what he does with everybody. If you say hello to him on the street, he starts telling you a story.
Filmed on Netflix from an ex-girlfriend of mine from the neighborhood that ran and owned a vegan restaurant down the road from the Gramercy Park Hotel.
An ex-girlfriend. Sarma is his ex-girlfriend. Sarma never kissed him, probably never hugged him, certainly never fucked him, never dated him, never went to see a movie with him, nothing.
On the other side of...
This is just like I told you. This is what Tony does. He'll take a little something and turn it into a big something. He worked at a bar. He owned the bar. He walked into a building once. He owned the building. He worked at a pizzeria. He owned the pizzeria. You know what I mean? He saw Sammy coming out of Tally's one day. Next thing you know, he was best friends with Sammy. In his mind. He takes something this big and he turns it into something way overblown and ridiculous. His ex-girlfriend. Oh my god.
Your ex-girlfriend. Was she was black?
No, she was white.
Okay.
But anyway, I ended up on Netflix, and then the Gramercy Park Hotel closed down because of COVID, and the whole neighborhood shut down. A lot of people left the city, and I was all, I had to leave. I had to leave the city because there was no money, there was no people, there was nobody walking around. It was like Thanos snapped his fingers, everybody disappeared. You know what I mean? If you watch the Avengers, but so
can somebody tell me how I can get to the next? Like, I don't want to listen to this fucking stupid fake story.
Like a white boy Rick, you know what I mean? White guy in Pennsylvania, money. Well, I opened up the channel, and while I was waiting for him to help me promote it, I was getting attacked by this white guy in Pennsylvania who doesn't know any gangsters.
He means he started attacking me because I wouldn't interview him. And after about a month and a half of ignoring him completely, I finally responded and started fighting back. That's what he meant to say.
Doesn't know anybody. You know what I mean? Totally reinvented himself. He was a junkie that grew, a junkie white boy who grew up in York, Pennsylvania in the hood. That's his story. So he was like telling people that he was a gangster's gangster in the hood.
Never did I say anything of the sort. You could go back to my first videos. I literally said I was nowhere even close to being something you could even consider a gangster. Never. Not even in the slightest bit. So, again, even when he's trying to tell a story, everything is a lie.
Like a white boy Rick, you know what I mean? And he was like the kingpin holding up in a Pizza Hut, selling crack out of a Pizza Hut. You know what I mean?
Wow, did he take a whole bunch of different pieces of a story and throw them together? Not only did I never say I was a kingpin, I told people I used to re-up with 2 ounces of coke, of crack. Like that, low-level dealers were how I always described myself. Always. I knew kingpins. I was not one of them.
And bullshit stories, you know what I mean? And basically, he called himself the Fat Bald-Sicilian. Had a John Gotti poster in his room, and he sat on a couch with his retarded wife and begged for money. Well, so I opened up my channel, and I got a real story. I'm friends with Sammy the Bull. I know Sammy. I know John.
No, Tony Pizza. I have a real story. You know what I mean? I have a real story. You got a different story every fucking day, and it's all bullshit all the time.
I know all the real gangsters in New York, and I came out of prison in 2001 and was homeless from 2001 up
lies
until recently, right? And Jonas met me while I was homeless and helped me out, and so did everybody else. Robert, Jonas, Donovan, you name it. All the guys know, Anthony, everybody. So the Gramercy Park Hotel crew became my family. You know what I mean? And we all became very close. So since I got on here and got attacked by this wannabe white boy Rick, you know what I'm trying to say? You know what I mean? Like the guy's a wannabe. You know what I mean? Like he's not even close to having any.
What?
He's a wannabe black.
Oh, she was waiting for it. She said, I want to be what? Oh, shit.
You know what I'm trying to say? You know what I mean? Like the guy's a wannabe. You know what I mean? Like he's not even close to having any.
What?
He's a wannabe black guy. You know what I mean? Like a white boy Rick. Yeah, white boy Rick was a real white guy in a black.
Wait, he was what? White boy Rick was what? A white boy in a black neighborhood? Yeah, me too. What the fuck is he? There's a lot of white boys that hung out in black neighborhoods or lived in black neighborhoods. You realize that, right? Stupid ass. He thinks the white boy Rick is... He thinks of one person. And everybody's trying to be like that one person. Holy shit.
White boy Rick's story You know what I mean? Is real. The guy was a white boy in the middle of Detroit. You know what I mean? Like, he really grew up with black people, and that's, you know, like Eminem grew up in the 8 Mile. You know what I mean? They're real. You know what I mean? Like, they got a reason to be the way they are. Now, this guy claimed to be like that, but never lived in a black neighborhood, never lived in the projects.
This is the good thing about when you're telling the truth. I never claimed anything. I told you where I lived, and I've been researched thoroughly. My address history going back 20 fucking years. Well, my first place in York City I lived, it was probably 98, and I moved out of York City after I got out of rehab. Well, not even. I still lived in York City. I was living with my brother. So I left York City when I moved to Wrightsville, which was probably like, I don't know, January of 2020, February, something like that. So there's that. Did he not see, like, does he not see, like, when I'm with my friends that they're all black? Does he not see that? Does he not see when I go to places like Penn Park and I know a fuck ton of people and they're all black? Does he not see this shit? Is he for real?
You know what I'm trying to say? Telling people they use it.
He should be saying that he's a wannabe Italian that grew up around Italian people and pretends he is one. That's what he should be saying.
DJ throwing up gang signs, he claims
that's a gang sign, like with one hand on the fader, one hand on the record. I was doing that in the picture. Johnny Mac's theory, and he's real bright, is that I was throwing up gang signs.
that he's friends with.
This is how people think when they see black people. Johnny Mac, people like him, people like Johnny and Tony, they see black people, they see somebody making a hand gesture, it's a fucking gang sign. You know what I mean? Because they never been around any.
All these big rappers, and he was the best DJ in the whole Pennsylvania area. You know what I mean?
Never said I was the best DJ in Pennsylvania. He's amazing.
Meanwhile, the guys never had 2 nickels to rub together.
I always had money. We'll just say since I was a teenager on, when I started making my own money, I always had money. Always. I had apartments, houses, cars, businesses, money in my pocket all the time. I had whatever I wanted for the most part because I provided that for myself. Yeah. And I worked a lot of backbreaking fucking jobs, you asshole.
Right.
You know what I mean? I looked up his record. He's a public nuisance, a town drunk. You know what I mean? A nobody.
I have one public drunkenness from 2011, and I wasn't even in public. I was in a bar. A guy made a comment to me I didn't like, a guy who I had beef with. I grabbed him by his neck, punched him in the face, threw him on the dance floor, maybe kicked him once or twice, and then ran out of the bar. And the cops were already out there because it was New Year's Eve. The bars were fucking closing. It was New Year's Day, technically, at that point. It was after midnight. And the cops were out there. That's what they do. They sit out there, they wait for DUIs and shit. And I'm assuming when this whole thing started, maybe a bouncer signaled one of them, but I ran out of the club directly into a cop, like, boom, like. So that's why they made it a public drunkenness, because I was technically outside. I was on probation. I didn't even get violated for the shit. And it was, I got a fighting charge, a public drunkenness engaging in fighting. Didn't even violate probation.
In 3 years that he's been on his show attacking me with all this fucking bullshit, you know what I mean? I've been attacking him back. And when I attack him...
See how he turns the story around? Everybody that's been here knows. This guy literally attacked me for like a month and a half before I would even acknowledge his existence.
Back, the best way to get under his skin...
He's always the victim.
...is dropping the N-word, because I know that makes him call me a racist. And everybody knows I'm not...
Yeah, exactly, jackass. It doesn't get under my skin at all. I'm Italian, asshole. But yeah, it gives me a way to call you a racist because you're racist.
Racist. Anybody who knows me knows I'm far from a racist. So when I'm attacking him, and I use...
Why don't you tell her about all the things you called Josie and how many times you said those words towards her and stuff? Why don't you tell her about that? Let me see something.
Why? I mean, yesterday it was like Joe Candela supports a racist. You know, who cares about who's a racist? Who cares? Who cares? If I'm a racist, I'm a racist.
Yeah, you're a racist. There you go.
N-word, or, I say some crazy shit. You know what I mean? It's not, I call Joseph.
Guys, I want to show you what a coward he is. I hope, I hope it's not getting lost on anyone, the fact that he's lying to this woman. 95% of the time he uses the N-word, he's talking about black people. He's not talking about me. I don't know if he ever calls me that. He probably has, but he's talking about black people. He's always talking about black. But you're too much of a coward to tell a black woman over the phone this. Imagine if you were confronted by a man over something like this. You are such a fucking pussy. If I was him, okay, and I would never be, but if I was him, I was some racist person, I was on the phone with a black lady trying to, explain why I do it, I would just say, yeah, I say it because I'm racist. That's what I would say. I don't give a fuck. You don't like it? Whatever. He's such a fucking coward, though.
To ask him, Jonas, I called Jonas to ask him, like, if he's watching my show, if I'm offending him. Because after me and him got reunited, it popped in my brain a couple times after I did a few shows where I went.
He wishes he could put my wife in his foul mouth. He hasn't,
on this
and he never will.
guy. I said to myself, I hope Jonas didn't get offended if he was watching. And I never called to...
That's not... Oh, you're such a liar. You called this guy to prove you have black friends, not because you were concerned that he heard you saying the N-word. He didn't even hear you. You told him, you stupid ass.
Now, till now, because the guy just did a show saying I don't have any black friends. He's doing shows saying
that'd be great, Jordan. That was great with Lee Cole. Raggedy motherfucker.
I'm a racist. I'm a this. I'm that. He's a real radical left wing jerk off.
Radical left wing, yeah. You guys have heard my views on certain things, yeah. Left wing, yeah. Radical left wing, okay, sure, yeah. That's why I talk the way I do about certain transgender issues, and I use words that no liberal in a million fucking years would ever use, and I talk about Hollywood being woke and how every fucking movie has got a star black lady or Chinese lady or man or something now, because I'm totally radical left wing, and I'm against all that, by the way, too. Totally radical left wing. I'm also pro Second Amendment as a motherfucker, but I'm totally radical left wing. You're right. Yeah.
He doesn't believe in God. You know what I mean?
Definitely don't believe in God. There you go. That one was true.
The guy's a total fraud. A total fraud.
All right. This is what I'm going to say, right?
All right.
What I'm going to say is this. It's like, I totally understand where you're coming from.
All right.
And I totally understand why you use the word in itself. Because outside of the fact that this person has no idea what the fuck he's talking about, and he is portraying a lifestyle that he has no idea about.
You see how people get taken in by his bullshit? There is nothing more anybody would have to see to be like, oh shit, he really is a white dude who lived in the hood, had all black friends, sold drugs, went to jail, became a convicted felon a couple of times over. You know what I mean? You've had people vouch for me about violence and all types of other shit. There's nothing that could be done. Not that I feel I have to or that I even would, because I don't have to. But there's nothing else that could be done to prove that everything I ever said about myself was true. Nothing. Everybody knows it. They could pretend they don't know it, but everybody knows it. You know what I mean? Like I said, check my address history in York City. Check all my York City addresses. Go ahead.
It's like I can understand where you came from.
And there's no nice neighborhoods in York City, by the way. Like I said, even that one earlier looks nice. Yeah, bullets coming through the window. Not nice.
It's saying what you're saying.
I mean, I'm 13 years older than this clown, and he's trying.
That's not the point.
Yeah.
That's not the point. What I'm saying to you is ultimately, as far as the people that's listening to you and listen to what you're saying, if you're trying to really impact a change or a difference in what the message you're delivering, it's going to be a problem when you use that word, because ultimately it doesn't matter.
This isn't his friend. He doesn't even know this girl. This guy just called her and put her on the phone because she's a black girl.
There has to be another way for you to identify this person as a fraud other than using that term. You understand? Because ultimately, it's like, yes, I can understand what it is that you're talking about.
It's so funny that everything has to be taught to Tony Pizza like he's a 5-year-old. You know what I mean?
But once you say that, it becomes on you. It falls on you. It doesn't fall on them. So now, even if you're trying to prove a point that we can all understand, it's like, even if people at this point in time, it's even if we wanted to be on your side, it's like people feel like they got to go against you because of the fact that you think it's so easy for you to use that term, and it shouldn't be because of what
I think this chick wanted to be on YouTube.
Stands for. So it's like, what I'm gonna say to you is let's figure out a better way.
I love this. Thank you.
Is a better way. It's always a better way.
Oh, no,
Phonies.
Yo,
That's who they are.
Miss T, let me tell you something. There is a better way, and you're absolutely right, 100%. And like I said, it matters to me. It does matter to me. This guy calls me a racist, tells me everybody that I don't have any black friends, and I'm like, this guy's mistaken.
No, yeah. I call you racist. You're right. That's totally unfair. That's not based on years of you calling black people moon crickets and the N-word and fucking mud babies and whatever the fuck else you call them. You know what I mean? That's it's not based on that at all. It's just that I don't like you, so I call you racist. It's not that you're actually racist. It's not like Josie has fucking, I don't know, 20 fucking videos of you just calling her the N-word constantly. And I know Josie doesn't know this, but she's a black lady, So what's your excuse for calling her that? She a fraud too? Yeah.
And, he's been saying this shit about me for 3 years.
He's bringing the same shit.
And listen, anybody, who has this opinion and feels like I'm not from York City and I didn't live in the hood and I don't know the people I've said I know or I have claimed to know, come show up to York City, hit me up. I'll take you on a tour. I'll show you around. I promise. I'll take you to meet a whole bunch of people, and then you can see for yourself. Of course, you already have, but.
I want to phone with you right now because you have a black friend.
Right.
So that's not even the point. The point is this: it's that it's what you're trying to do overall, and what you're doing is to gather people to understand that please don't be a phony. Don't act like you're something that you're not. Don't.
She's telling Tony Pizza to tell phony people, don't act like you're something you're not. She's telling phony Pizza this. Phony Pizza. The guy who just recently said that he sat with princes and princesses. He just said that today. Said that he had lunch with Noriega and George Herbert Walker Bush on several occasions, and was also in the mafia, and was also Sarma's boyfriend, and was also a business owner, and was also a bouncer, and was also the bodyguard of the Gotti kids, and was also a prodigy, a boxing prodigy at 12 years old who fought at Madison Square Garden. And a guy who hung out with the Philadelphia boss's daughter at the beach all the time, while almost simultaneously becoming friends with Salvi Testa and getting an apartment from him, and then, you know, being Joey Molino's twin. So when he walks around Philly, everybody thinks he's Joey. You know, she's telling him how to deal with people who he thinks are phony.
Don't use terms or something like
No, he
the word
doesn't,
nigga
Soto.
to fuck up what you got going. You're something that you're not. Don't use terms or something like the word nigga to fuck up what you got going on due to the fact that you're trying to prove a point that this person is a fraud overall. You understand what I'm saying? Because that'll fuck you up overall. Because even the people, right? Even the people that's listening to you and like, okay, even you explaining to me the situation, I'm all for what you're saying. But the moment in which
Jane Creek, it's a long story. He called a black guy to prove that he has a black friend. While he was on the phone with the black guy, he asked if it's okay if he says the N-word. Okay. The black guy said no, in no uncertain terms. And then he got off the phone with the black guy because the black guy was disgusted with him. The black guy calls him back and puts this girl on the phone, and now he's talking to her about it.
use that term, it's like most people will be like, now.
No, he didn't. Did he, Jim? Come on. I never know if you guys are pulling my leg. For real? Holy shit. Robert, I'd have her on my show anytime. Anytime. She wouldn't do it, though.
I'm going against what you're saying, even though it might be correct. I'm going to go against it because I have to.
No, he didn't. Did he? Beefsteak Charlie? Are you fucking with me? Anybody want to donate? Are you serious, Beefsteak Charlie? Miss T is Mr. T's niece. Of course. Absolutely. What, Jim? That's what he said? He's still the kid that sat with dirty pants on the carpet. I'll show you. Yeah, no shit. I'm black from the ankles down. From the ankles down. I never heard that one before. All right, let me see.
I have to go against it because of what you're saying. That you yourself shouldn't even be saying. So don't. So what I'm telling you is, anytime you're trying to prove a point or go against what somebody is saying because they are fraud, go around that. Like, no, you're a liar. You have no experience of anything that you're talking about.
Oh, Jim Martin, you were talking about the Blake Lively thing and shit, probably, right? Yeah, yeah. Did he say that? Did he really call her that at the end of the call and shit, though?
This, and that. And that's just what I gotta be.
You're 100% right. You're 100% right.
That's exactly where he belongs, David Cruz. Two phonies together.
I know using that term is so simple and so easy, but it would have been a lot easier if a person of my background.
Guys, give me a second. I'll be right back. All right, here we go.
Of Mr. Jones' background would have said that. It would have been easier for people to align themselves and be like, okay, I'm with you on what you're saying, but that's not going to rock with you. Because even though you're trying to get us to believe that what he's saying is not true and he shouldn't even understand because he doesn't understand, if the same thing happens with you.
You're getting props over here. You're getting props. Everybody's throwing up love signs for you. Everybody's throwing up love signs for you, Mrs. D. Keep going. You know, I love it. You know what I mean? Like that.
I mean, there's nothing more to say than that.
No, you're absolutely 100% right.
Of course, Beefsteak Charlie.
A point against.
You're absolutely right. And you know what? It's 2025.
Do that, but overall, even if you were a black man, it's certain things you don't even have to talk on. So that's
I want to tell you guys something about Tony Pizza. What you're seeing here is the real Tony Pizza. What I mean is he's a coward. Okay. Anybody who he's trashed endlessly, who gets him on the phone, This is how he acts. He's all of a sudden their best friend, and he's the biggest people pleaser in the world. He just wants to, appease people. He just wants to make people happy. That's Tony Pizza. This is what he's like. He talks mad shit. He'll drop the N-word, drop the N-word, drop the N-word. Then a black person gets him on the phone, and even though she's berating him, he's like, yeah, I love it. Give me more. Give me more. I love it. He just wants to, you know what I mean? He just wants to be her buddy. That's what he does with everybody. That's what he does with everybody. That's why anybody can call him up. If I called him up tomorrow, that guy would fucking beg me to be his friend. He tried in SoFlo's chat a month and a half ago, whatever it was. You know what I mean? Anybody, even me, he'd be groveling. He'd be like, he'd be all about it.
Figure out how to speak on, to try to prove a point without it making it so simple. Because saying it like that, it would have been so simple if you weren't a white man.
Well, I really ain't white. I'm Sicilian.
Oh,
you know what I mean? And
I get what you're saying.
you know what I mean? Like, I'm not considered white in the South.
Listen, but nobody gives a fuck about that either.
Yeah, you're right.
So you can say whatever the fuck you want. But anybody that'll look at you will be like, you're a white man telling another white man that they're not a nigga. That's what it looks like. And that's what it is. So how about you figure out a better way to go around to explain the fact that the person that you're talking about is the fraud.
Yeah, well, you know what, Mrs. T? I'm going to tell you this. There is a better way.
Wait a minute. Somebody just get blocked for no reason? Bonnie? I don't even know who Bonnie is. Did somebody just... Oh, why'd she get blocked? She didn't say anything wrong. Not that I saw. Why is she blocked? Unblock her, please. I'm known by a lot of lots of names. Blackfeet's Tony, Mother's Erection Tony, Red Rocket Rider Tony, 20 guys, give me a heart on Tony, Tony with a sticky icky futon, true story. Bonnie's not blocked. Oh, I just got a text that she was. Yeah, I know, a totally different country. And you're not Sicilian, Tony. You're not. You're talking about me pretending I'm black. You've been pretending you're Italian your whole fucking life, bro. You even changed your name from Sean McCarthy to Anthony Caruana. Did I change my name to Tyrone Jackson? Jerk off? No. You changed your name from Sean McCarthy to fucking Anthony Caruana so people would think that you're Italian. You stupid ass.
There's a better way, and I've been working towards that better way by eliminating this asshole once and for all, and moving on with my show, because the guy is not credible on anything he says. I've kicked his teeth in 100 times in the last 3 years, and basically,
You kicked my teeth in? Look at them beautiful pearly whites. I didn't know, Tony. I thought for the last 3 years I was sitting here exposing and humiliating you and making hundreds of thousands of dollars.
I'm glad I made this phone call tonight because I've been meaning to make this phone call.
I'm glad you did too.
I've been meaning to make this phone call.
Explain to me. I'm glad you did too, because ultimately it makes more sense for you to interact with somebody that I completely understand what you're saying, and I'm not going by the fact that you're not of African American descent. It's I understand your point of view as far as this person.
If she pissed him off too much right now, he'd go on a tangent calling her the N-word and everything else. You know what I mean? Like Josie. He'll sit on his show and talk mad shit. When he's confronted by a black person, even over the phone, just wants to be your friend. He's sorry. He'll never do it again. It's 2025.
There's concern.
Yeah.
So
I'm more concerned.
You set yourself up for just an ass whipping tonight, Tony. You notice I'm not full of energy. I don't feel great tonight. I'm really on here to see if I can make some more money, you know, because I didn't make a lot today. And you just handed me this gift. I mean, you totally made a fucking fool of yourself. Totally. Yeah, like you got schooled, bro. You got schooled. And you're going to sit there and try to turn this into some sort of win. That'll be my name. Pizza puts a Long Island accent on to sound Italian. He's a begging liar. Yes, he is. He's going to say, hey, call me Howard Stern. Oh, my God. Just went back and listened to it 2 minutes in the morning's show. Said he helped them both moving to New York. Jesus, Jim. That's crazy. So he's going to actually do something else racist and say, why don't you be my Robin Quivers? Which, again, would be him saying, you know, because you're black. Because that's all that's on his fucking mind is that she's black. So now he's going to insult her again.
I'm concerned about my friends and their feelings than I'm concerned about this asshole.
The feelings. So how about this? How about we do this too? If you also are really trying to figure that out, maybe at some point in this, whatever the fuck you're doing, you can use that term, but at the same time, you gotta work it toward the fact that it's like identifying the fact that it's people that's full of shit and they talking shit. So it's like we're gonna help in denying the fact that this shit don't exist.
Yes, he
does.
does.
Keep pretending that these things have happened to you based on experiences that you never experienced. So how about again, we doing something different. We try something different.
Yeah.
So it's like
Wait a minute, hold on. Wait.
Maybe at some point in this, whatever the fuck you're doing, you can use that term, but at the same time, you gotta work it toward the fact that it's like identifying the fact that it's people that's full of shit and they talking shit. So it's like we're gonna help in denying the fact that this shit don't exist. You want to keep pretending that these things have happened to you based on experiences that you never experienced. So how about
I don't even know. What the fuck did that mean? I don't even know what that meant at the end there.
doing something different. We try something different.
Yeah.
So it's like, this is interesting because I just had a conversation earlier. This is interesting as fuck. So it's like,
she's as bad as him.
At any time that you just, for the sake of whatever, you will need a female or African American female, I'm here all day. So if you want me to come in and talk on your behalf, just because for the moment you want to take a step back because you feel like there's terms you cannot use, I will use them for you. So I'm here for you. You want to make a point because every day be surrounded by.
She's gonna come on and use the N-word for him. Do you believe this shit? The guy was much more reasonable. She's gonna come on and use the N-word for him.
People that happen to know somebody that's black and they take on this idea of that they've been through some shit, this tragedy, this moment of or misunderstanding of that they going through the same shit, but they're not. And the realization is we gotta stop fronting like that this is what's happening and it's not. So it's like,
absolutely.
I totally understand what it is you're saying when you're coming at this guy, but I can see also the point of view of somebody else listening to you, and when they realize that who you are and you're using these terms, that it's like just because of the fact that I'm black, I gotta go against what you're saying. That's the shit that's fucked up. I gotta go against you because you're not black. You understand? So even if what you're saying,
see, like I said to Jonas,
we need to talk about that shit more as well.
Like I said to Jonas,
excuse me. What you're saying makes sense. What you're saying makes sense. It still doesn't matter.
No, I'm saying that, but like I said to Jonas before, that my best friend from the time I hit the street out of prison in Manhattan is my friend Corey, and he's like a brother to me. I mean, trust me when I tell you, I trust this guy with my life, and he, I know he watches, he peeps in on my shows, and he'll make comments. He'll text me comments, and I'll call him up and I'm like, yo, I hope I'm not offending you. He goes, nah. He goes, come on. I mean, because Corey worked the front door of 270 on Park Avenue, and I've gotten into it with a lot of black dudes that came over there to try to cut my throat, take my money. You know what I mean? I fought with a lot of
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people were out there trying to rob Tony Pizza.
people. Not just black guys, but white guys, black guys. But in the heat of a moment, that N-word comes out of my mouth.
Racist people have no idea how to talk to black people or whoever it is they're racist against. They always fuck themselves all up trying to over-explain, you know what I mean? Because they got a guilty conscience.
And it's just a habit because I'm an old school guy.
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean? Like, it happens, you know what I mean? And it's not meant to happen, but it happens. And what I'm trying to say is, when this guy gets under my skin, I'm not justifying me using that word. I'm just saying I know I use it loosely. And I don't want to offend.
And I understand, but I understand why you use it loosely. Because of your experience. You understand? So what I'm saying to you is, and if you want to then, if people don't understand what you're saying, to go against people that's like that's a fraud, is that maybe you should have somebody sitting alongside you that is of African American descent.
Oh, so he didn't ask her to be the co-host. She's volunteering to be his co-host. That's what this is all about. That's why, listen, I'm going to tell you the truth. I already got this chick, pegged for, the dude called her up and told her the story about Tony Pizza. What did I say? Did I not say in the beginning of this phone call, this chick just wants to be on YouTube? Yeah. So now she wants to be his co-host. Hey, feel free. Feel free. Get caught up in this. It's a great idea. Great life choice.
To speak on your behalf.
Well, like I said, Corey witnessed it.
Wait. So you can shut up and have them talk on your behalf with you. Because then it just seems like you just, like everybody else, trying to come and manipulate the situation to where it's like you're a person that when they see you, you're not like them, and that you're not like me, and you feel like you have the okay to be just because you had a couple of interactions with people now that look like me and that look like Jonas. So how about this? How about the next time you have a conversation, right? Let's not use the N-word. How about we have an African-American person of African-American descent help you to then prove your message and doing so.
This is brilliant. She's basically telling him, I'll be racist for you. You know what I mean? I'll call him the bad racist words. And you could just sit back and chill. Does she know how easy it is to just start her own YouTube channel? Like, this is what she's saying. Think about how brilliant this is. Like, a bright person would just say, just don't use the N-word, okay? You got a problem with him, call him some other names. Click.
How about we do that? Because it won't be.
Well, like,
we're not saying that. I'm not saying that it won't be a problem still.
All right, well, like.
I'm not saying that it won't
No.
be a problem.
Let me explain this to you.
You can be as comfortable as you want to be.
Let me explain.
Because of who you know and what you've been through.
Yeah, but let me explain. Let me explain this.
Because of who you know and what you've been through. Does she know? She don't even know this motherfucker. What is she talking like she knows him for? The fuck is she doing?
Yeah.
So
Tim Martin.
This moron last night did a show, and he brought two white guys on who were trying to sound like rappers, and the whole P. Diddy scandal, the homo thugs, you know what I mean? The whole thing that's going down. Here's a guy with, with a fake background
All right,
who
Jesse,
wants
sounds
to be a
good.
white boy Rick, and then you got his buddies going on his show, behind avatars, not showing their faces, and rapping like black guys.
Kaz literally had his face on the show. He was not using an avatar. But okay, we'll just follow your narrative.
And making gay slur raps about me.
About you.
About me, yeah. It's all about me being a bum, living on a corner, selling my ass, never knew any gang. You know what I mean? Like they took all the inventory they could find on me, and they turned it into negative gay slur rap. You know what I mean?
Right.
Homo thug shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like,
Nah,
these are white
Jordan,
guys
she's not.
trying to sound black. You know what I mean? So I went at them last night, and I used the N-word, and I went after them and said, you guys,
But you see what happened though, right? You allow your feelings to get caught up. That your feelings are not facts. The fact of the matter is ultimately after you feel what you feel and you say what you say, you got to deal with that, right? So we dealing with the facts, not your feelings. So regardless of what the fuck they talking about, it doesn't even fucking matter. So you're gonna listen to what I'm saying. If you're trying to prove a point, it's based on facts.
I got to tell you guys, I am fucking bored to tears. How much more of this shit do I have to listen to? I'm not even getting fucking donations. How much more do I have to put myself through? Somebody tell me, please. Is this going to take a while? How much fucking longer is this? Holy shit. I'm sorry, but I can't stand this woman. Oh, my God.
So how about that? Now.
Well, my feeling, the feeling,
listen.
the feelings that came afterwards are the ones that are facts.
I'll let you talk.
Yeah.
I'll let you talk.
Yeah.
What I'm saying to you right now.
Right.
Pete's ain't used to dealing with a black woman. He ain't talking over her.
If you're trying to make something make sense, then make it make sense. Don't lead with your feelings, right? You can feel away.
All right. I've had enough, guys. I've had enough. I have a feeling this woman's going to be talking for fucking 20 fucking more minutes. Yeah. Fuck that. She's punking him. Yeah, she is. She is. Two dogs sniffing ass. Yeah. I know, Jesse. She took his show over. She did. You should have seen the fucking losers in the chat praising this woman. Don't they realize that she's going against Tony? Like, even when she seems to be suggesting things like going on the show for him and stuff, she's still going against Tony. And why they're praising her. It's another thing racist people do. Okay, I told you. They'll talk all the shit in the world till a black person is around. Then black people are their favorite. You know how many old white women I've seen do shit like that? Like they'll go out of their way, they'll fawn all over a black guy. He could be a waiter at a restaurant, it could be whatever. And they'll go out of their way to say things like, I love black people. It's that guilty conscience, So his chat, of course, they're praising her. That's what racist people do. You got to understand, this is bizarre to them to be listening to a black woman. I'm not kidding, guys. Those are not people that have been around black people, the ones in that chat. So this is like new to them. This is all new. You know what I mean? Even they're stupid enough to actually think this is a win somehow. You can't play with a sister, pizza. She got you submitting like the bitch you are. Fucking right. My best friend is black. That's what you always hear. I got some black girls that will whoop your monkey ass, fucking pizza. I'm telling you. Oh, my God. Beat you up and down the street. Chicks. Yeah, that one that was on camera that one day at Cam's, she will fuck you up. You have no idea. You wouldn't even know it hit you. She'd fuck you up bad. He tells her we'll split everything 50-50. Yeah. That's all he needed to hear. Could you imagine? He wouldn't be able to sit there with her on panel. Okay, and here's one of the reasons. Even if he could somehow tolerate it, which he couldn't, you got to remember, they might be praising her. But if she started coming on that show and shit, they would leave in droves because, well, then again, I think there's only like 8 of them, but because they're still racist. They hate black people. But could you imagine? Like, she don't have to hear him say the N-word. I mean, I don't know this woman. She's long-winded and slightly annoying. But can you imagine if she hears him talk that shit about school children getting killed and 9/11 and sending the military to die and all this stuff? All I ask is that if they do a show together, they do it sitting next to each other in person so she could punch him in the fucking face as soon as he steps out of line. That's all I ask. Oh my God. Yeah, that's the type of shit. Yeah, that's how racist people are. Racist people be like, I love black people. I love fried chicken too. I love me some watermelon. That's what white racist people do around black people. They don't even realize they're being racist. It's the funniest shit in the fucking world. The funniest shit in the world. You know, Terry Time is not in that chat. She is not a fan of color. Oh, no. Don't hate her, FBS. She doesn't know. I don't hate her. I'm just saying she's slightly, I give my opinion on things. She's slightly annoying, and she's long-winded. But no, I kind of feel bad for her because she's, without knowing it or even trying it, she's kind of making an ass out of herself because, she's taking the word of this guy she doesn't know from Adam about a guy that she doesn't know from Adam. So I'm not bashing her or anything. I just, I don't know. I mean, this is what you get. You get on the phone with a guy like this. The guy was smart. The dude was smart. As soon as he started using the R word and shit, he said, "Yeah, I ain't trying to go viral on your podcast." You know how smart that was? Because even if you're on the fucking phone on a podcast or on a podcast with a guy who's using these unacceptable words, that could be the fucking end of you. All the pizza simps are racist. That's why they are his simps, because he is the biggest racist. Oh yeah, I've always said it, Madi. It's like the Trump thing. The reason they like him and they pay him is because he'll say these things that they don't have the balls to say or just can't say. Mainly the racist stuff. Yeah. She was angling for Robin's chair. Yeah, well, that would last all of 12 seconds. Pizza thought he was going to get a Candace Owens, but he got a Remy Ma instead. Yeah, no shit. Oh, that's funny as fuck. He got Cardi B by accident. That's funny. Jordan, I love you, bro. All right, guys. Well, listen, man. This has been fun, I guess. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a little knocked out tonight. I'm tired, and I'm awfully pissed off about this skating situation. Seeing that skate park tonight made me realize that I'm not going to be skating for a while. No way. So I'm a little depressed, a little sad. All right, guys. Plus, I think it's going to snow tonight and Friday and like Sunday. Like every other day, it's going to snow. So just keep adding to it. You know what I mean? All right, guys. Listen, thanks for everything. Who donated? Soto. That's it. Thank you, Soto. I appreciate you very much, brother. All right, I'm out of here, guys. We'll have more fun tomorrow. Have a good night. I love you all. And until then, salute.